Pink Chill Divest. This is Dee Dee. Let's get right into it. Dating a man who says he has a female best friend. Dating a man, I know, who says he has a female best friend. Too long, didn't listen. It's not going to work out. It will never work out. It'll probably be maybe 1.5 chance out of 100 that you'll be standing and she'll be gone. And I'll tell you why. He will always have her in his life. Well, I have to tell you that I married my soulmate. Richard was my soulmate. May he rest in paradise. Wow, we have a long story, and it is a bohemian story. And since he is no longer with us, I am being as respectful as if he were alive. I'm not going to blab all of our dish, probably keep it for my memoirs. Needless to say, he declared over 30 years that I was his best friend, regardless of who he was around, the women he was with, wherever he was. He'd say, yeah, Dee is my best friend. I'm letting you know that. And we married and we worked together many years in show business and traveled, etc. I'm putting that out there, my credentials, my background as a middle-aged, sexist, womanist, bohemian lady. Yeah. And no other woman had a chance. If you are coming across a guy, first, thank the lucky stars he is telling you, he's confessing that he has a soulmate. His female best friend is his soulmate. Put your ego out of the way, and I'll tell you why she's his soulmate. When a man has a woman best friend, that means that's the woman that he could be the most relaxed with. That's the woman where he could let his hair down and be his true core personality. She's accepted him. Best friends can sit in a room reading a book or gaming and not saying anything. Best friends don't argue. I've known Richard over 30 years, and I was thinking about it as I'm writing the script. We maybe had a handful of arguments over all those years. A handful. When a man has a woman best friend, there's no drama. There's no drama. If there's drama, it's because the best friend is passively, aggressively sabotaging his relationship with you, the outside woman. She's not going away, and I know you have to have your life experience. Maybe he's a fun guy. He takes you out on proper dates, which is what happens. You've got a higher chance of being taken out on a proper date, and that is because a lot of men from different races were raised in a patriarchy where they were taught the manly arts of taking women on a proper date. It is what it is. Now back to the best friend, female best friend, especially when you're younger. I know, like, young people think they know everything. You think older people are stupid, we're dumb. You discovered America and you discovered everything smart in the internet, and you're the smartest people walking the face of the earth. I already know that. I felt like that when I was young. When you know better, you do better. I didn't have experienced older women pulling my coat like this. Now, I could give you an example. Here's some personal stories of best friends. I was dating a guy. I was just about to tell you his job. He would be identifiable. And he had a best friend. She was a dumpy Indian woman, like East Indian, dumpy. And he said, that's my best friend. All right. She didn't hang out with us, but he would tell me the things she was saying. She was sabotaging our relationship. She told him to check and make sure I wasn't a male to female transsexual. Then she was asking him how does he feel going out dressed with a woman who dresses so colorfully. He would just say these things off the cuff. And then once I met her and I came up to her and I was talking, and then later I told him, I said, she's in love with you. He's like, no, she's not. And our relationship didn't last long because of other things. That's the way it is when you're dating. Most of the time, the relationships aren't going to last long. But I knew, even before I was so enlightened about this soulmate best friend, that she was in love with him. And it's a certain kind of core soul connection where they can be so comfortable. I'm going to get back to that. He can be himself and be comfortable, and you and him will never have that relationship. And long story short, that is the woman he should marry, regardless if he thinks she looks dumpy, regardless if she doesn't wear lace fronts and lashes, regardless if she's a little fat. It doesn't matter. What matters is how comfortable he feels with his best friend. Oh, one more story. I was on a dating app. Yeah, I recommend dating apps. And this guy, good looking guy, we were talking, looking at his photographs, and there's a photograph of him kissing a woman, like, you know, face to face, like a peck on the lips. And I'm like, oh, is that your ex-girlfriend? No. I'm like, okay. Then he said, that's my best friend. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Woo. That's my best friend. I'm like, why do you have her photographs on a dating site? Well, just to let, it was interracial dating site. Let other black women know that I know some black women. I'm like, okay, but why are you kissing her? Because she's my best friend. We never had sex. We're best friends. Are you following me, ladies? Some men use the best friend as a shield for emotional unavailability as well. They know they could get a woman in their lives and maybe get some nookie from that woman, but he's going to say, well, he really doesn't need her emotionally because he has the best friend, which is his soulmate and the woman he should marry. Have I made my point? I think so. I hope I've given you something to think about. This is Pink Chill Divest. I'm Dee Dee. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for listening.